many of those people are seeing themselves being abused by the Crown. The Crown has taken that decision, taken their voice away, and has determined that this is the right thing for them, just as they did when that abuse happened.
Well, the first thing I'd say that many people who are going through the system, as you've heard, are very happy with the service that they're getting. Of course, there are some people who are not. I think, as I've said earlier, is when we said that when we looked at creating an independent agency right now, the advice was it may not be any better than we have now. And I wasn't prepared to go through that. Huge cost, huge time, huge complexity to maybe not have a better outcome. We needed to take these steps. I'm speaking. We needed to take these steps to get there anyway. As I've said, it's not off the cards. We're just moving in that direction. But it's bewildering to me, you know, that you have such an obsession with these large, complex, independent agencies when, you know, the experience of late has been when we have set these up, like Te Pūkenga, which the member will be
very different, Minister.
Not really.
It's what survivors asked for in the Royal Commission.
Can I have a
recommended?
Okay, let's
Very
just let them
continue. Thank
briefly
you.
finish.
No, I think the key was when we looked at when we have done this in the past with either Health New Zealand or Te Pūkenga, very large complex systems, that the outcomes have actually been worse. And so, you know, it was really important to us to make sure that we had that certainty and surety along the way. I'd also like to point out that the redress report that was delivered was in 2021. The previous government had a very long time to act on that. It called for an independent agency back then. If the member is so concerned about an independent agency, my question.
Did we appoint a high-level design group to do the work, to design it? Yes, we did. Did you get that report in your
Let me respond to that, because that member got the report in 2021, did nothing for almost 2 years.
Group to design it.
That was in 2023.
That's not almost nothing.
What happened
in 2020? So let me just walk the committee through exactly what happened. In 2021, the design group was...
Point of order.
No, well, the member has asked me about it. I'm allowed to respond.
We'll hear the point of order from the Honourable Giantinetti.
Point of order, Mr Chair. Thank you. I'd just like to remind that this is estimates looking forward, and that Chris Hoskins did apologise during his speech in the House of the 12th of November and offered to work with the government of this. We don't need to go backwards. We are working forwards here. We're wanting to know what the minister is doing. We don't need to know what the previous government didn't do. We've already acknowledged that we could have moved faster. We've already made that apology.
So
we don't need to. That is the point of order, that the minister is
speaking to the point of order,
backwards.
Mr Chair.
Rather than, this is an estimates hearing about going forward.
That's fine. The estimates hearings are looking forward, but they can also look back on the last year, just as the question.
But we already know the
budgets can look
answer. We've
back.
already said that. We don't need.
I think it's,
answer
I've been
is
directly
political.
challenged on something and I'd like to
That's right.
respond.
There
And I think
was a
that
direct question from the Honourable.
There was.
William
And let me-
Ryan
We've
about
always-
Well,
that.
she said nothing
I know that
happened.
they don't like to hear this,
Oh,
but it's
sure.
important. It's important to note that in 2021, the Royal Commission put out their recommendations, their report on redress. It was ignored until mid 2023, and I think June or
No,
July.
it wasn't.
When
That's not true.
let me speak.
Oh, no work to set up a
Ms.
survivor-led
Prime,
group. No work to
you
set up the
asked me a
high-level
question,
design
I'm
group.
going
No
to
work
answer.
to get the report
I
done
know
that
you
you then
don't-
ignored.
I know you don't like to hear this, but it's
No.
really important. Let me
Let's be
finish,
honest.
and then we can carry
Okay,
on.
we're gonna have just a brief final comment
Thank
from the
you,
minister
without any
to
interruption.
answer the original question.
In
from the
early
committee.
2021, the report was
Appalling.
delivered.
Disappointing.
Nothing happened until mid 2023, when a design group was set up, essentially to kick the can down the road so that the
No.
government didn't need to
You
do
are
anything.
disappointing, Minister.
So if they were
That's
so concerned about a design group,
No.
a redress system that was independent, they had plenty of time and they did nothing.
I think
Not true.
I think we understand the point.